Scorpio and Sagittarius, okay? Let's have a shuffle. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Libra's highest good. How is Libra feeling in this first week of September 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Libra first of all. Okay, so in the challenge position, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So you could be considering investing, okay? Not sure whether to offer something towards someone in the long term. Yes, Pentacles are time, money and energy. It's investment, okay? So it's a serious night. We're not sure whether to make this offer or not. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. There's something you really, really, really want, and you're like using your wisdom. You're a person who's very experienced. There's huge excitement here, like this is phallic, this wand is phallic shaped. It's very, very passionate, it's very abundant. You know, there's branches growing with like new leaves, new growth. Aces are encouraged by the universe, something you desire. I think you're trying to like think carefully, use your better judgment. With that Hierophant card, it's about being the teacher. You're no longer the student. You're thinking this through. But you really, 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 really want it. You could have Taurus in your chart. You don't have to. The Devil reversed, the 8 of Wands upright, and the 10 of Wands. You've got yourself detached from the Devil, okay? Whatever that is, whether it's a person, place, or thing, you've detached from it. There's forward progress, forward movement, and it's been a battle, okay? It's been an absolute battle. You're at the end of the journey, and you have just taken on every challenge, like, you're not even the wounded warrior because you actually got all the way with this. You made it to the summit of Mount Everest with this shit, you know? What an absolute Trojan. You're absolutely just stoic beyond belief, you know? So, you know, sometimes we can be the 10 of Wands and like maybe we shouldn't have like kept going with something. Maybe we shouldn't have continued because it being problems all the way, but then we're free from the Devil and we've got progress. So I'm getting more of a positive vibe here. Let's see who's coming in for you. Could be someone that's on your mind right now, someone that you're actually dealing with, or someone that you're manifesting in the future if you're not dealing with anyone. Ooh, okay. Someone's showing up in your reading that's they're the Six of Wands. They're successful. They feel validated. They feel noticed, celebrated. Six of Wands is really nice. It's a sense of achievement, but also being acknowledged for your achievements. What's this? The Nine of Swords reversed. They're not anxious anymore. This person's not worrying anymore. Then the Nine of Swords upright is someone who's lying awake at night or sitting up awake, like worrying. Lots of anxiety, lots of fear. They've dropped that now. It's not, they don't need to worry anymore because they achieved something and they're being recognized for it. They're being celebrated for it. They feel noticed. They feel validated. They're not living in fear anymore. What's this? The Four of Cups. Okay, so this person's not emotionally available. They're closed off. If someone were to offer them a cup, they wouldn't accept it right now. How they're feeling, they wouldn't be able to accept it right now. Okay. They're more about success and status at the moment. They're not like open to love. They could be feeling, I don't know. But we'll find out why they're like that. Let's get 3 in the outcome. Nine of Pentacles. Someone's achieved financial independence, okay, financial abundance. They're fine on their own. I feel like it's them because they've got all this like victory. I don't know if there's like different two people on different pages, different wavelengths here, because if you look at yours, Libra, you're all like fire and like let's go for it. Let's just keep pushing forwards. But then you're not sure whether to invest. You're excited. But in terms of like a pentacle, you're like on the fence, and then this person's like fine on their own. They're closed off emotionally. You're not sure like whether you want to invest in them like long term, put money together, like stuff like this. Commitment. They're actually like quite happy like solo, and they're quite closed off love wise. We've got the Temperance. There's a balancing out of emotions. Major Arcana for Sagittarius. You're trying not to have mood swings, trying to like get off footing, trying to get grounded. Sorry about all the throat clearing. I'm very, very wheezy for some reason today. The Five of Wands reversed. There's just this sense of like, I don't want drama. I don't need this. I'm fine on my own. I'm happy single. And I don't think that's you, because you've got like this excitement about a rebirth. You want forward progress, forward movement. You've really fought for something. And like this person's like, I'm doing well. I'm celebrating myself, and I don't really see myself, like dating right now. Okay, so yeah, I think you're two single people. I don't think it's any more complicated than that. Let's clarify why they're the Four of Cups, why they're closed off to love. If you normally, if you've got your ducks in a row, you're feeling successful, feeling like good, you're financially abundant, why would you not want to be in a relationship? So let's find out. Oh. Unpredictable, never know what they'll do, unreliable, live wire, alone. You feel like you're in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. Okay. When you feel like it's just you in a relationship and the other person's just wandering off doing their own thing, going out all the time, they're not like really, you know, taking your feelings into account, they're not being a team player, they're not partnering up with you. It's not a partner, it's just a person that you live with, you know, and you don't know what they're up to, you don't know where their heads are. There was just like such a lack of cooperation. So they thought, gee, what? Screw this. I'm becoming independent on my own. I don't need anyone. This is a single card. I'm single, I'm happy because I can manage myself really quite well. And it's calm, it's happy, it's stable, and I don't want any drama, you know, like I didn't need it. They were dealing with someone previously that brought nothing but drama and, you know, no sense of security whatsoever. So they've made their own security, they've made their own stability. Let's get some more. Open hearts, invulnerability. We talk and reveal, forging deeper connections through honesty. Oh. Soul's compass, let intuition guide your steps, illuminating the life path meant for you. Oh. Yeah, they're not sure where they're going, you know, but they're not in any rush. They're like, fine. If they stay single, that's absolutely fine. Like, in a very, very independent mindset, single mindset, like, not even necessarily dealing with anyone, just happy, like, working, seeing friends, you know, focusing on the health, their, like, projects, whatever. I'd say not actually dating, you know? Ooh, copycat. I'm not like 100% sure what it means when this comes out, you know, like. Maybe they don't want to be a copycat. Maybe they don't want to like just copy what other people are doing, you know, like they want to write their own script. I think they're not willing to settle for like someone messing them about. Rather be single than like confused. Do you know what I mean? Rather be single and disrespected. I'd rather be independent than codependent. And rather have a drama-free, slightly boring at times, or mostly fun and like happy, carefree, than like crazy up, crazy down, like drama, like roller coaster. Confusion, you know, worried to talk about things, like worried to get like into like proper conversation about stuff. Where's that gone? Every person who leaves takes away something you no longer need. Ooh, it's like, bye, bitch. Don't need a copycat. I don't need to be a copycat. I don't need someone who's unpredictable. Okay, I'm enough by myself. I get noticed, I get offers. But do I want any right now? Heck do I do. Heck do I do. Heck do I, like, no, I don't. Because I'm happy doing me, okay? I'm happy having this kind of experience rather than this kind of experience. Like, no, thank you. They they have to be. This surely this has to be someone new. Let's say if it's someone new, when will this person make themselves known, or when will you meet them? Obsessing over timing creates blocks. Okay, don't rush this person into it because they'll show you the door. They will just like step to the side, act like they haven't heard you, or they'll just quite, clearly lay down the boundaries because they've been through it, okay, and they're just not really looking for anything right now. Let's get some advice then. Rescue. Help others in need or ask for assistance when you need it. Safety. Don't be too proud to go back to shore. Do you know what? Like, you could have like got really excited about something, Libra, and you could have like over-invested in it. And I don't mean financially, I mean like emotions wise, passion wise. You could just be like all in something, wanting like to like move at light speed, trying to like overcome problem after problem after problem, like being really stoic about something. Help others in need or ask for assistance when you need it. Don't be too proud to go back to shore. It's like, don't be, thinking that, well, I've got to do this now. I've made my bed. I've got to lie in it. You haven't. You've never got to do that. Not whether it's a job abroad, not whether it's like going back to someone that's cheated on you, or like going back to someone who's karmic. You're not stuck there now. Just leave again. You don't have to stay anywhere. You've made your bed, but you do not have to lie in it. Not at all. You can make that bed up, look at it, contemplate, and walk away. You 100% can do that. Absolutely. We make the decisions that we make at the time because that was our frame of mind. That's where our head was at. That's where our heart was at. And then, we're not always seeing clearly. Sometimes you just want something so bad because you don't want to be alone, or you want something so bad because you're so hurt from the thing that you were in last time. You just want to be rescued. You just want, it's understandable. I don't think there's many people that haven't acted out of that like motivation before, or wait in their lifetime. It's okay to change your mind. Absolutely fine. I would hope that one day when I have children, they would never think I've told mum that this is what I'm doing and I can't go back now. I can't go back. There's absolutely no way that I would want anyone to think like that at all. Not a sister, not a child, not a brother. Bad things happen to people when you kind of hold them to what they've said, you know, and then you live to regret it because something bad happens to them. The door's always open, 100%. And people have done that for me, you know, and it's been appreciated. Big style. Probably saved my life. Navigate by the stars and follow your bliss. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. Okay, it's through all these challenges, through all these things where we're like contemplating life itself and like, what is it all about? Why has all this shit happened to me? Why have I like made the choices that I have? Why am I like where I am now? It's all these questions because this is the journey of life. Okay. After all these kinds of contemplations, this is when we grow. When we face adversity, we do the most growth. It's not going to happen. Growth doesn't happen when everything's just comfortable all the time. It doesn't happen. So, although it's not comfortable, it's necessary for ascension. Okay, these are life lessons. It's all experience, you know, and when things like this happen to us, we talk to other people and we understand we're not the first to experience this and we won't be the last. It's wisdom, generational wisdom you can pass on is like gold dust, you know. Root chakra, the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Okay, so we're becoming comfortable with change. We're becoming comfortable with life lessons that are sometimes very hard. We're becoming comfortable with it all, okay? We're getting free from the devil, codependency, infatuation, you know, obsession with like progress. Okay, these are self-care cards. Intention. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? Okay, so we're not hard on ourselves. We forgive ourselves. Okay, we make space to grow. We accept that we are not perfect. We accept that other people are not perfect. We accept what's happened and we grow. Surrender. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. Oh my God. Do you understand that? That's like, that could be like, I need to stop kind of forcing things. I need to stop making things work, making it okay, being a problem solver. You know, if someone never has money, I need to stop giving them money because I'm like an enabler, or I'm creating like a situation where it seems like we're okay. It seems like we're a couple. We're not a couple. That's not teamwork if someone's like bumming off us. It's not teamwork if someone's emotionally abusive. It's not teamwork if someone's in jail. It's not. Do you know what I mean? We've got to stop making things okay where it's not actually feasible. It's not actually, no, we shouldn't be investing in stuff that involves toxicity. No, we shouldn't be, you know, gambling. We're gambling on our own happiness, on our own security. But when we do that, we have to forgive ourselves. We have to, you know, when you kind of sober up and you realise what you've done, you know, you've made these decisions, experience, okay, it's an experience, it was a lesson, you know, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to go through life lessons to ascend. It's okay to learn to become independent and not needy and not need to be in a relationship. You do know how many people are out there that are in a relationship or a marriage and they feel totally alone, or that person makes their life miserable, or like that person abuses them, or, you know, it's all pretense. It's not, it's got no substance to it anymore, like it expired a long time ago, or it never was good. There's whole people out there that like married and their parents told them like, well, you have to do it now because we paid for the wedding. Everyone's waiting, you've got to do it now. No one has to do anything. And that's the worst reason. That is the absolute worst reason to then make a lifelong commitment to someone because the wedding's paid for. Because that person could be going into a violent, narcissistic, abusive situation. Oh my God, are you going to regret like making them go ahead with it? Are you going to regret that? Because the problem's going to be so much worse after. So much worse after. And you're going to wish that you could like throw that 12 grand away or that 20 grand away and burn that wedding dress or like burn that, you know, groomsman outfit. Like, just no. I don't know why I feel like I need to be preachy, but I feel like someone really needs a talking to. I need to wake them up from like worrying about what other people think, or like going ahead with something because they think they made the decision, now they've got to do it. You haven't got to do anything. Fuck that. When did anything good ever come out of feeling like you've got to do it now because you said you were going to do it? I stayed living abroad when I wanted to come home. Guess what happened to me? My mental health deteriorated. Do you know what I mean? It's not always good to be stoic. It's not always good to do that. I've got to do it now because I've had a leaving party. I've got to do it now because I give my notice in and work. I've got to do it now because I told mum and dad I'm moving out. No, you know, because when did anything good ever come from doing it because you've said it, so now you've got to do it? I have the power to control my actions and my emotions. I'm getting like mirroring here. I know it's like slightly different. I think it's slightly different things, but you're both getting free of like this sense of like, I need to be in a relationship, or I need to make it work. I've got to work at it. And if I just put more and more into it, if I give 100%, then it doesn't matter if they give 0. Well, it fucking does. It fucking does. Because you'll be giving 150% and they'll be giving -50. Do you know what I mean? It'll get worse and worse. They'll just bring so much drama. I am capable of handling any difficult situation. Okay, you just gotta be honest. You gotta be honest with yourself, be honest with other people, and make whatever moves you need to, okay? I don't know who that was for. It was for someone. But Spirit will give people advice that need it the most, okay? Alright, take care, Libra. I hope it resonates. If it doesn't, check out your other placements so you can cross-watch the sign of your person. And I'll see you in the next one. I don't know why I put it in like that, so it's going to annoy me now. Looks like it's standing on its tail. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I got right worked up in that last reading. Don't know who needs to hear that, but someone needs to hear it. The messages were very like confirmation, confirmation that confirmed each other, so I just feel like someone needs to hear that. They didn't pluck it out of nowhere. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to imagine it's a bird's eye view and I'm above the scorpion. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Scorpio's highest good. How is Scorpio feeling in this first week of September 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Scorpio first of all, please. The 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so hard work, teamwork, cooperation. 3 is a number of community, and everybody is putting in, out of the 3 people, you know, they're giving their time, their money and their energy, and it's creating a beautiful thing. So there's some sort of cooperation. It could be a workplace, or it could be you cooperating with someone that you love, or multiple people. Well, that's a really good alliance, though. A good little community. You know, when you work together, you get good results. Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the Page of Swords, as I see it, is a card where, you know, you're being watchful, you're kind of trying to learn, trying to gather information, doing a bit of research, doing a bit of observation, a bit of spying, really. You You know, like when someone new, like, moves into your neighbourhood, you sort of have a little watch, don't you, out the window on the sly? Or, like, someone new starts in work and you're like, "Ooh, who's that?" It's curiosity. Um, when it's reversed, I feel like it's blocking someone. I don't know who you're blocking, but you really don't wanna hear from someone or deal with someone. You know, like, say if you, like, delete an app or you block someone on an app because you're just like, "I just don't wanna see. I don't want anything popping up. I don't wanna know. Not interested." You know, like, say it's like an ex and you thought, I don't wanna spy on them. I want the opposite. I don't wanna know because it'll hurt me, or I don't wanna know because it's not healthy, or, like, do you know what I mean? Like, ignorance is bliss sometimes, isn't it? Like, you could really hurt yourself by, um, checking up on things, or you go looking for stuff, you find something you don't like. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think you're looking. If you don't look, you don't learn. And sometimes you don't want to learn. Let's get one more. Yeah, pages are like, they don't know the person that well, you know? So, like, a page might go on a date, or they might be looking to date someone. A knight is probably dated, or, you know, like, friends with benefits, like, you know each other quite a bit, but you're not in a relationship. Yeah, page is like, well, they didn't really know this person, or I don't wanna know, like, there was something I thought of that I wanted to say and I've forgotten. It'll come back. Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, what's going on here? The Hangman. Are you getting rejected? That's a shame. It looks like... Okay, let's go through each card. The Six of Wands upright is victory, success, celebrating, you know, being celebrated, feeling confident, looking good. Then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, like, great, now I'm going to move towards a person and I'm going to invest in them. I'm going to tell them I'm serious. Yeah, I'm going to date them with a view to having a relationship, with a view to, if it goes well, getting married. Like, I'm very serious, very committed, great intentions. And then we've got the Five of Swords. Now, this is like arguments, you know, swords are communication. Someone's had the last word, and so they're like trying to pick up all the swords, but then like everyone else is like with their head hanging and they're walking in opposite directions and they're just devastated. You know, it's not always good to have the last word on things, or like, you know, we can say things and then live to regret it, can't we? Like, there's a lot of upset here, a lot of division. And it's to do with some sort of investment that you were feeling really good about. And then we've got the Hanged Man, which is like, right, I need to like take a pause here. I need to look at this from a different perspective. How has this happened? How has this happened? I can only think, guys, that maybe it's something to do with this, because this is a bit of a strange energy, this, and it's a bit like, you know how I said, like, don't look, don't learn? Sometimes you don't want to know stuff because then you'll find out something you don't like. And, you know, sometimes people look like a good option. when they're not really, or we think they're available when they're not available. But if we'd just if we just done our research, we might have known that they're not interested, or they're already taken, or this was going to cause division. It wouldn't be a good idea. It's the wrong timing, you know, like it looks insensitive, or like, I don't know. I can only guess that it's something to do with this, because we've got this desire to cooperate, desire to work together. So I can't really see anything negative in that. But this is a bit like, I've not done my research. Look before you leap, isn't it? And I just think we've got a bit confident. We're feeling good about ourselves. We want to invest, and then it's like misplaced. Because why would that cause division? Ooh, I don't know. Well, you do, because, you know, that's your side of the spread. Let's get some cards to see who's showing up. Oh, Ace of Swords. Someone is holding back. Okay, when it's upright, it's like major revelation, major confession, the truth, sudden clarity, you know. An Ace of Swords will cut through any fog, and it'll be like, bam, I know what I need to do. Or like, oh my goodness, I'm in love with this person, like major revelation. Or like, oh, this is karmic, like what on earth am I doing? Like major revelation. Or like, I'm going to tell them I'm in love with them, and this would be like, you know, that conversation. Like, I need to tell this person, I need to communicate. It's thoughts or communication. Aces of Swords, like, is something big, an ace. Now, that's reverse though. So someone's not being truthful, someone's not being honest, they've actually got strong feelings about something, strong thoughts about something, and they're not sharing them. It's like a big secret, you know? Something's a big secret. It's either a secret or it's very, very foggy, very, very confusing, you know? It's unclear. Queen of Pentacles. And she's upright, okay? So this is someone who's a solid provider. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be. But this is someone who's a provider, that, you know, meaning like they may have children. They could be looking after older parents. They could be a homeowner. Any and all of the above. Very, very generous. Love language is to gift. They'll create a beautiful living environment. Very, very nurturing, caring, creative. But this person has a secret. Or they're confused and foggy about something. Now, you're showing up as a knight, and they're showing up as a queen. So there could be an age difference. It doesn't have to be. It could be that you're like more like a single vibe, and they're like more settled. They could already be taken. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, could be a single parent. What's this? The Strength card's coming out strong. King of Cups reversed. Who had that? Someone else had that. The Three of Wands reversed. First time seeing that today. The Love is reversed. The Fool upright. What? Okay. Someone feels foolish because it's not a divine union. Okay, they thought it was, and it's not. Got Aries energy, Gemini energy. Three Wands reversed is not taking action, being stagnant. We're either over emotional or we're under emotional. Over emotional or under emotional. And it's to do with a leap of faith, that, yeah, it's unrequited. When the Lovers is upright, two people are destined to be together. It's like in the 5-day, you agreed to have a soul contract with this person, and now that you're embodied as a human and you're living out, you know, your reality in this lifetime, you're gonna like be married, you're gonna be together, like it's gonna be harmonious, mutual. When the Lovers is reversed, it's unrequited love. So one person's in love, the other person isn't. Like we thought it was a soulmate and it's not. It's turned out to be bogus, you know. King of Cups reversed. There's a need to be strong. Major Arcana for Leo. I wonder if the Queen of Pentacles is like reserving communication of feelings or thoughts. They're not unclear on something. They're scared to take a leap of faith in case it's not mutual. I'm mainly bewildered because, well, yeah, okay, so this person is very defensive. I will clarify, but they're defensive because you're offering something and then there's an argument, at least a division and an argument, and you're like, what the hell just happened? Like, what actually just happened? Let's get 3 cards for the outcome. Because this is someone, no wonder you want to invest in them. They're a Queen of Pentacles, right? So they're a good person. They've probably got a beautiful home. Keep it really nice and clean. It's very stylish. And they probably dress well. Like, is someone who likes security. So why wouldn't you feel like you want to invest in them when they're the Queen of Pentacles? Of course you want to give them a pentacle. But for some reason, they're creating blocks and delays. I think they're worried that it's not, you know, a divine situation, like it's not meant to be. There's something about this that's like controversial or taboo, or they just got like past that's made them really, really wary. But there's some reason why this can't go ahead. And you're like, what the hell? Six of Swords upright, moving on, leaving the past behind. Death card reversed, Ace of Pentacles upright, and a Page of Wands. Honestly, I feel like you're just, you know, maybe they just feel like you're moving too fast, you know, or like you don't really know me and you want to invest in me. I think that's you, you know. I think that's you, like this is unfinished business. I want to make a huge offer and I'm really excited about it. You're showing up as like Page Knight energy and they're just like, I know, like I don't view this as like a soulmate. I can't take this seriously, you know. I think they're more established. And that's not to do anyone down, but I think sometimes people are like, I need someone else who's also got kids already, or I need someone else who's already a homeowner, or I need someone who could afford to pay half a mortgage right now, or I need someone who goes slower and takes the time. A Knight of Pentacles does move slowly, but there's something about you haven't done your research and then you're making all this like big offer and you're all excited about it, but it's not being done with intelligence. It's like more like enthusiasm and blind trust. And this person's like, I'm so stable and I'm really They're the King of Cups reversed, so they're not emotionally stable. They're financially stable, but in terms of emotions, they're either over-emotional or under-emotional right now. I'll find out why. Let's get 2 more for the outcome and then I'll clarify. What's this? I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. We got the King and Queen of Pentacles. Divine counterparts. This person, like, wrongly pessimistic, you know. They've got you all wrong. They think you're moving too fast. You don't really know me. You haven't got what it takes to, like, you don't have good intentions. Maybe they don't know that you're, like, being a Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to back you up, Scorpio. Like, you mean well, and you're, like, really willing to, like, invest because you can kind of, like, sense that this is your person. You can sense that this is your person, and I don't know how you know it, but you know it. I don't know how you know it, but you know it, and they're so scared. They're really scared. They're terrified. You actually are supposed to be together. You are the lovers. That's the epitome of the lovers, is 2, you know, cards of a matching suit, and it's a king. It's not even like 2 kings, it's like a king and a queen. So it's like perfect, like, balance of, like, masculine and feminine energy. Like, you're gonna step up, you know. You're going from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. You're gonna make, like, an honest person out of them, whether you're male or female, whether they're male or female. Oh my god, this is so hype. Like, I can't. Am I getting one more? They were a combination with, was it the 6 of Swords and those were together, or was it? I think that's the last one, because I think those 3 were together and that came up by itself. Why is my voice like this? It's not over till it's over. Let's clarify why they're, like, what's the Ace of Swords reversed about? What's the Ace of Swords about? What's this? Unpredictable. We keep getting this. People are so scared. Oh my god. This literally came out for the Libra reading. Libra's person was like, yeah, I'm sure it was the last one. Unpredictable. Never know what they'll do. Unreliable. Life wire. Alone. You feel like you're in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. They did not get, like, someone who's cooperative, a team player. Little do they know that with you, they're going to get exactly that. Cooperative, hardworking, a team player, someone that's going to be on the same page. You're not going to be like a father or a mother that says yes or no to stuff that you know the answer's going to be the opposite from your spouse. You're going to be like, what are we saying on this? And then you, like, you know, give the same answer, to be like a team, to be like united. That's the best kind of parenting. You don't undermine your person, because kids use that. This is very exciting. Let's keep clarifying, because I'm going to get distracted and then I'll get a timing and then I'll forget to clarify. This Queen of Pentacles deserves a King of Pentacles, and that's what you're gonna, it's gonna like be the making of you, but they just like can't see it. They're just like, we'll find out why. They used to be with someone who's very unpredictable, very selfish, you know. Temporary relief. Distractions aren't a quick fix for deeper issues. There's definitely something going on here with this person. They're like, they've got all these hang-ups, you know, which is fine, because if someone's giving you cause to worry, you're going to worry. You know, they're not imagining what happened to them like it happened. Whoops, where's that gone? Yeah, someone fucked up with this person. They left an absolute wreck. And, you know, this person likes security. They could be a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn if they're a Queen of Pentacles. They don't have to be. They could be Leo. What else have we got? King of Cups reverse, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got the Fool, which is Aries. But it's heavy earth, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn vibes. This person hates unpredictability. They like to know what's happening. They like to feel secure. Doesn't mean they're boring. Doesn't mean they don't like a surprise, but they like good surprises. Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't want to just feel like, I don't know what's going on with this person. Like, they, you know, I can't understand. There's no plan, or you know, they're running their life like they're single, or I don't know what their intentions are. Like, they're blowing hot and cold. Oh my god, this person hates that. They hate that. You're like exactly what this person needs, but I don't think it's going to be plain sailing. I think you might get a rejection first time, and it's because of what someone else did to them. They're like, you know, they could be feeling bitter, they could be feeling foolish. But it looks like they get over it. Man, imagine screwing around like treating a Queen of Pentacles badly. That's just so stupid. I just want you to be happy, even if it's not with me. It's such a good person. Like, Queen of Pentacles is like nurturing, generous. You know, they're able to make a lovely home. Very stylish, very caring, very sensitive. They like security. There's some sort of unconditional love where like they'd rather let people go than, you know, wish them, like, they don't wish people harm, but they kind of like, I don't know what I want to say. They got unconditional love is like, it wouldn't be of any benefit to me if you left, but I do want you to be happy. Like, I want you to be happy even if it's not with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no malice. You can forgive someone without taking them back. Do you know what I mean? And you can like wish them well and just hope that they like stop treating people like trash. You don't have to take them back, and you don't have to like wish any harm on them, but you don't have to take them back either. You can forgive people with and hope that they just ascend, and like, you don't have to go, oh, wish someone would really hurt them the way they hurt me, or like, you don't have to be like vengeful. No, I hope something really bad happens to them, or I'm going to do something to like really frighten them. That's a very like negative, you know, some people are like that. Some people are like, right, it's like, no, not forgiving, and I'm going to do something bad to you. Like, this person not like that. but they are like very, very apprehensive about allowing you to come towards them. But it's like, little do they know you're like rock solid. Scorpios are very emotional, very possessive, in a good way. Like, you know, you want to take care of the people that are around you, love them. You feel very, very deeply. You know, you like to be with your person, like to be with your friends, your family, and you got like, may not say a lot, but you feel, oh my god, you feel a lot for people. Like, very intuitive, like water energy, Scorpio. You kind of gauge, you know, if you think about scorpions in the desert, the vibrations, like everything that they react into, like the smallest movement, very, very reactive. So I think you're hypersensitive, and I think you're very aware of like everything going on around you, more than what you let on. I don't think people would know it. I think they'd say that you know, but you're not expressing it, or, you know, there's a lot of thinking and feeling going on. A lot of thinking and feeling going on, but not a lot of saying. Does that make sense? I feel like that's why Taurus understands Scorpio, because we are talkative, but we can think and feel a lot without talking as well. People might think we're not, you know, we're just vacuous, or we're not, you know, thinking all the things that we're thinking. I don't know. I got myself into like a muddle now, but what do I want to say? I will think about a friend, a family member, or someone that I care about in any, you know, kind of connection, any kind of, I'm thinking about them so much that I feel like I've spent time with them, and then I won't realize how like offended they are that I've not spent time with them recently. And it's like I can't quite get myself out of the 5D. Like, I don't realize sometimes like that I've created distance, because when I'm not physically with someone, I'm thinking about them. I don't know. But like, they don't know that. Do you know what I mean? They're not a mind reader. It's a bit like that with Scorpios. Like, you don't necessarily share what's on your mind. You don't necessarily express it verbally. But it doesn't mean you're not thinking about everyone or feeling stuff. Does that make sense? When's this going to come in? I think you know who this is, because you're showing up as a knight and you're like on the move. Like, I'm going to make my move. I'm going to offer. It could be someone that you could be dating, this like Queen of Pentacles, and they're just like, you know, tarring everyone with the same brush because of what damage someone did to them previously. They might just be really judgmental, and they're thinking, well, you're younger, like, you haven't got set up yet, like, you don't know what it's like to be a parent, you know, like, I don't know. Things will unfold as they're meant to. Something else came out as well. Release the need to control the situation. This is going to come back together, you know. There'll be an initial rejection, then it'll come back together. And it may be that you level up, so then they can like go, oh, okay, yeah, this is realistic now. I think you're going to level up because you become the King of Pentacles, and I think they're going to emotionally like unpack some stuff and like leave it behind. Does that make sense? I think a little bit of timing, and when the timing's right, it's going to come together. It's going to come together. I'm getting very excited. Let's get some what's the nature of this connection? Or what will be? Yeah, I think it's a current connection. Be optimistic. That keeps coming out, you know. keep in mind that you create your reality. You can't attract love with a negative mindset. That's advice for them. That's advice for them, that. I'm going to get another one for them because they're like, I mean, it's okay, like someone treat them badly so they're not, you know, sleep with one eye open now. Fair, you know. Okay. Yeah, they had a gold digger last time. And this person good with money. They're the Queen of Pentacles, right? So their pockets, I'm not saying they're rich. I'm saying this person does not like to be paying other people's way. A Queen of Pentacles wants someone who's got their own money because they've got theirs and they are so sick of people taking advantage of their generosity. Because this person will give whatever money they got to someone else as well as spend on themselves, right? But other people who are gold diggers get onto that and they're like, oh, I found my cash cow. I found my, like... Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean this person got all the money in the world. They may just have the normal amount. But someone's come along and they've gone, do you want to empty your pockets into mine? And, like, I'm not going to feel bad about it. So, no wonder they're trying to, like, stay upright and, like, on top of their game. Do you know what I mean? Because they're probably, like, trying to recoup savings that went on someone that didn't deserve it. Because this person, very generous person. And it doesn't mean that you're a millionaire because you're a generous person. It means, like, that's my love language. When I care about someone, I will, like, buy them a gift. When I see someone struggling, I might offer to help them. But I'm not going to pay someone's way because there's so many people that will do that, guys. There's so many people that will just be like, you need to give me more money. They were like, can you get this one? And then it's always that story. And if this person was feeling vulnerable, then they were taken advantage of in that way. And you can say, well, just stop doing it then. But people have all sorts of excuses, or they like, I'll pay you double next time, or like, I'll give you it back with interest, or like, you know, sometimes you just, when you're like emotionally vulnerable, you think, oh, I'll just smooth it over because I can, and like, I just really want a relationship right now. So it's like you're emotionally not really in the right place to be making decisions like that. But we've all done it, you know. I've got people I know that are doing it right now. I've done it. And then just over time, it's like, fuck, I've gone through all this money. And like, I'm never getting it back. And then you almost stay with them longer because you're like, I need to get this back somehow. Like, that's too much. That's embarrassing. Like, you didn't tell people, you know, like for example, I wasn't stupid because I was like, no, you need to pay half for this holiday. And he was like, fine. And then I find out after the holiday that he actually had got his colleagues to like, and his workplace to like, you know, do like this deal. So it was like, he basically got a free place for us to stay. And he let me think that he had organised it and paid it for us. And then we stayed in a hotel. And he was like, I was like, it's freezing in here, like, and there's no one else staying here. And then it was like their like, you know, season where like it was very, very quiet. And he didn't really even know these people that owned this hotel, but through someone else, they like let us stay in there. And I thought he paid for it. So I was genuinely booking things and paying for them, right? And he wasn't. He was just scrounging off other people, and I didn't know. He was letting me think that he bought it, that he paid for it, and it's like, fucking hell. Then he was going round telling everyone that I was asking him for money all the time. I thought, what the hell? How dare you? Like, how dare you? So it was like, that was a proper, like, narcissist, that person. Really, really karmic, really bad. And they like that. It's not... I'm not stupid, right? I know what this person was like after a while, but all his friends were like, oh, he's so great, he's so great. All his family love him to bits, like, he's so great, he's so great. And then when you speak to them, like, yeah, he's always been like that. And I'm like, And they're like, "But he won't change. He won't change. He's always been like that." And I'm like, "That's not fair, though. That's not right. Like, this person causing, like, destruction, and you're like," 'cause there's other stuff going on as well. But it's like, this person was going to work, earning loads of money, and then all they did all the time was lie, 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 lie in every direction. And he told me like, "Oh, I'm fixing, like, I'm getting them, I'm paying, like, for my mum's roof to be fixed. I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that." And he's saying the same things like, "Oh, I'm, like, doing this for Jenny, I'm doing that for Jenny." It was all a lie in every direction. It was always that he wasn't doing it, someone else was. And it was just, like, unbelievable, the cheek. Just a flat out lie, like, never mind that I'm lying in your pockets, but you're going around telling everyone that I'm, like, burning through them. I don't even get, like, the appreciation, I don't even get, like, the honour of, like, paying your way. You're, like, going around telling everyone I'm burning a hole through your pocket. You fucking liar. Terrible. Absolutely awful, that. It gets embarrassing, it gets so embarrassing that you don't wanna tell anyone. And then you're like, "Somehow I'll get that money back, somehow I'll get it back." So you stay with them thinking like, "Yeah, I'll, like, get them to, like, do this, I'll get them to do that." And then it's like, "I've had some of the money back." I can't explain it, right, but happens over time. They're very, very charming, and they're good, like, in other ways, you know? It sounds so black and white, but it's really not. And then we've got manifest. Tell the universe exactly what you want. Okay, so this person should allow themselves to manifest, they should allow themselves to want. I think they have been doing it. You might think they haven't, but they have really. And guess what they manifested? They manifested a divine counterpart who's rock solid financially, and that's you, Scorpio. And it's not through nothing but hard work, cooperation, teamwork, and you're becoming the King of Pentacles, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Be optimistic, release the need to control the situation. Things will unfold as they're meant to. Bit of time, bit of time. Let's get some sacred geometry. Oh, it's worth saying as well, if you're judging me, that person is now in jail, like, because they weren't gonna leave. They were not gonna leave. And it was not only me that was doing it, the family was hoping that he was changing, like, by association with me. They felt like he was getting better. Because you hope that people are gonna change, you hope that people are gonna evolve or grow up or finally mature, and they just don't. But also it's like a relief to them, because they're like, yeah, you take it. You take that over there, and then I haven't got to pay it anymore. Oh my god, the amount of money, if you added up what this person was getting from every single person, his brother-in-law, his mum, his dad, their new partners, siblings, it's so embarrassing, honestly. And you don't realise you're walking around with them thinking like, I'm paying this person's way. Little do you know, like, everyone is his own son. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, his friends, like, that he grew up with, everyone paying this guy way, like, big amounts of money. Big amounts of money. It's not only me. How would you get rid of someone? How would you get rid of them? It's someone who becomes violent, someone who lies. Very, very good. Very manipulative, charming. They break the law. Like, you find out so much shit, honestly. Fertility. The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, more joyful. That's nice. Can't see it. It's getting dark now. Than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. That's pretty nice, guys. That's pretty nice. That's beautiful. I like that. I like that. Here's to the King and Queen of Pentacles. From gold digger to dream team, power couple, very stable, very abundant, reciprocal, teamwork. Let's get a self-care card. I can't see anything, it's gone so dark. Why is it so dark? The quality of your life, hang on. Priorities. The quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life that you want. Well, that's an interesting one to come out. Success. Today is a really good day. You're in the flow. Problems are solved quickly and easily. Helpful people show up for you and unexpected gifts fall into your lap. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to get from them because I think you are already involved with this person. I'm going to get a new contact. Gaslighting you. I've been lying to you and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy, you were right. I just wasn't strong enough to admit it. Bloody hell. You know, sometimes we push people away and then we're like, no, I've not been distant. No, I've not been. And that's just like saying black is white and white is black. You know, like, no, you're crazy. Of course, everything's fine between us, and like actually having serious doubts, and they're like dead on, you know, like, but you're making someone doubt themselves or second guess themselves. That's what they've been doing to you. Bit of mind games because, you know, probably because they're scared, like the same thing's going to happen. They're going to be foolish again. This one's going to want them, you know, for their generosity. One thing I had to learn was when you constantly compare your financial situation to other people, then you think like, you know, you're not in a good situation, but there's people who would dream to have your situation. And with a narcissist, they just need supply, and they'll get their supply from many people at the same time. They won't be loyal to you. You'll think that they're only dealing with you, and it will be like loads of people on rotation. Friends, family, co-workers, bosses, children. Fucking children, like, that's so harsh. Emptying out the piggy bank. It's not cool. What's this? I'm I'm surrounded by positive and supportive people. What's going on with my throat? Oh my god. I am truly confident in my self-worth. You know, sometimes when you're feeling really vulnerable, you think like, well, you know, I'm not worth this, or I'm not worth that, or I only have X amount of money, or I don't really have this or that. So how much can they really take advantage? But people will take what you've got. Whatever you've got is good enough for them, and they will take all of it. You got a lot more to lose than what you think sometimes. Never a truer word has been spoken than that. I'm going to leave that there. You know, it sounded quite negative at the end, but it's actually beautiful. You're going to be this person's divine counterpart. Okay, they're just getting over. It does look like narcissistic abuse. I'm not going to lie. We've got gaslighting, we've got gold digger, we've got unpredictable drama, you know, like all this kind of shit. So you can't really blame them, but it's going to unfold just as it's supposed to. Okay, so love that for you, Scorpio. Let's move on, and we're going to Sagittarius, and then I'm going to give my throat a break because, as I say, like I wasn't well with my breathing and stuff like the last week or so. Well, not last week, like 3 weeks. Really, really bad. My regular medication had run out, and the pharmacy never said, oh, it's coming, or you better go to the doctors because there's nothing coming in for you. Like, just kind of like left me. And I went in, and they're like, the law's changing with like inhalers, and you're not having like a daily and an emergency. They've changed what's available. So now you've got to have a combined one. And it's just, I really don't like it, right? But at least I've got some sort of medication now. But my throat's like so inflamed because basically I haven't been having my medication for like nearly a month. Through no fault of my own, like I'm very responsible with managing my asthma. Like, so I'm sorry for like the throat clearing and that, but it is what it is. I'll be back to normal soon. At least you got a nice outcome. Why is it so dark? Whoops. Oh no. It's a bit better. Okay, Sagittarius, what's your card? Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Sagittarius' highest good. How is Sagittarius feeling in this first week of September 2025 with regards to when they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for Sagittarius, first of all, please. Sagittarius, what is going on here? Page of Pentacles, you're looking to offer investment in potentially someone that you don't know, because it's a page. And then Ace of Wands is like this huge excitement, really major excitement for this endeavor, whatever it is. A person, a place, a thing. You're very excited. You know, this is phallic. It's like everything I'm wishing for, like I want it so much, you know, like I'm going to Disneyland. Like excitement. It's in something new, a person that's new, or place or thing that's new. I would have said that it's a rebirth, but with a page, it's like new. Yeah, it's giving like new person vibes. The Hierophant was upright, but it was sort of like came out sideways as well. So the Hierophant is the card of Taurus. You could have it in your chart, you don't have to. It's about making good decisions based on life experience, being wise, based off of, you know, like I've lived a long life, I've, you know, had a lot of relationships, I've dealt with a lot of, you know, challenges, and now I'm wiser. Now I don't, you know, act on impulse, or I don't act without performing research, or I don't move too fast, you know, like I think things through. I'm wiser now. Like it's about using good judgment, using wisdom. That's, you know, from the benefit of experience. But it sort of came out, it came out upright, but then it was like in the challenge position when it stopped. So there's something you really, really want, and you're like so ready to invest. What's this? Seven of Wands is being like defensive. It's trying to be competitive, maintain the high ground, you know. Like if it was a job or workplace, you'd be trying to go for promotion against your other, you know, your co-workers or whatever. It's trying to like be on top of your game. The Hanged Man is trying to see things from another perspective. We're coming out from the cold financially or emotionally. But the Ace of Swords is like a secret or something that needs to be confessed, or, you know, fog, something that's unclear. It's a bit strange, that. Maybe you're keeping something under wraps, but you're sort of like making an exit plan or some sort of future planning, but you like keeping it to yourself. There's a determination and, you know, trying to be open-minded, trying to use your better judgment. Let's see what comes out for you. Hi, Wanda. What sign are you, Wanda? Ooh, what's this? Page of Wands. What is going on here? King of Cups. Reversed. Are you a Capricorn? Nice. King of Cups reversed. Seven of Swords upright. The Judgment reversed and the Two of Cups. What? What's going on here? We're ignoring a call to action. We're being deceptive. We're being either over-emotional or under-emotional, but there's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement and naivety, deception. Ignoring, like, a call to act, the Judgment. When it comes to a new love, the Two of Cups. So, like, you know, when you're first, like, dating and then you, like, fall in love and it's mutual, but it's not enough to be in love, is it? Like, you can fall in love with a karmic, you can fall in love with somebody who's codependent or a runner, a chaser. You can fall in love, but it doesn't mean that it's pure. It doesn't mean that's going to last forever. It doesn't mean that's going to stay healthy. It's just that you got those, you know, infatuation, like toxins in your brain. Like, you're like, I like what you look like. I like spending time with you. I like how it makes me feel. And I want more of it. And it's just, you know, that's very early days, but we've got a lack of judgment. We've got lying, cheating, stealing, or deception. This Page of Wands is like, it's someone new. We know it's to do with a new person. And we're either being over-emotional or under-emotional, but I would say it's over-emotional. But it's like, okay, let's say it's ignoring red flags. Let's say someone's ignoring red flags. In the early days, like early beginnings of a new connection. Because that's what it looks like to me. What's this? The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands could be the other man or the other woman. It doesn't have to be. It's very Sagittarian energy. Fiery, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, confident, solar plexus activated, assertive, confident. They go for what they want. They like quite confident what they look like. You know, they're ambitious. And they're upright, okay? So this is... Let me just look at the other cards on this side again. Yeah, it's two pages, isn't it? We've got a page on that side and a page on that side. Page of Pentacles this side, Page of Wands that side, and then we've got a Queen of Wands. Because there's a Seven of Swords, and because there's new love, and they're showing up as a page, but they're also a Queen of Wands, I'm going to say that this is a third party situation. And this person being very naive because they're in love and it looks like they're the other man or the other woman. Look, there's deception. What's this? Nine of Wands reversed, dropping the burdens. When it comes to a soul mate, soul union, there's a lack of reciprocity and we're releasing ourselves from the devil. So this person used to be, you know, a mistress or like whatever the guy, what's the guy version? Boy toy. And they're not doing that. They're becoming assertive and they're coming into their own leadership, and they're getting free from what was not a reciprocal situation. You know, not equal give and take, but having to be overly patient, having to be overly understanding, having to get used to being the last on a list of priorities, you know, having to be a secret, having to comply to all these different stipulations, to be in the dark, to get constantly let down. Like, it's, I think they're coming into their power and they're saying, no, I'm not doing that for this new love anymore. Like, the moon is Pisces. It's the major arcana for Pisces, water energy. In the story of the major arcana, the fool realizes that he must walk forwards anyway, even if it's scary, even if it's dark. Things are not illuminated. We don't know what's ahead, but we must walk forwards anyway. Must be brave. Okay, because Pisces, this is like illusion, and like, it's not necessarily that there's something out there that's going to hurt us. We can imagine that because it's dark and ooh, we don't know. Let me just put a light on. That's better. Let's get 2 more for the outcome. Queen of Pentacles is the challenge. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is someone that likes security, they like stability, they like predictability. And there's no security, there's no predictability, there's no reciprocity. So if there is, it's very occasional, okay? There's too much, like, against us, working against us here. Oh, hello. We've got the Emperor reversed. The 10 of Wands. What's going on with all these people? So something's been very, very challenging, and the person is, you know, their crown has fallen, they're off the throne, they're not in control. The Emperor is all 4 kings, right? So they're the King of Wands, like very confident, goal orientated. They're like the King of Pentacles, like secure, solid provider. You know, they love to spend, they're great with material wealth, very generous. The King of Cups, so they're like, they're very patient, understanding, forgiving, emotionally intelligent. What have I missed? The King of Swords, so they're like strategic, intelligent, fantastic orator, lots of knowledge, expertise, like a mentor. But this Emperor's not showing up right, and things have been too much of a struggle for too long. We've reached the end of a cycle. But who is that? Because you were showing up as a page, they were showing up as a queen. Then we got a Queen of Pentacles in the challenge. And then we got an Emperor reversed. Well, maybe when we clarify it will make more sense. Why have they got the Seven of Swords? There was lying, cheating, stealing. This person was naive. They were Page of Wands. They were naive. They were excited. Oh no, there's a King of Cups there. I forgot about that. Wow, so they're the King of Cups reversed. Then they become the Queen of Wands upright. I think they were over emotional about this new love, and they were foolish. You know, they were like doing stuff behind the back of like a spouse, and then they took control and they were like, or they were doing something behind the back of the person that's married. You know, like with the married person. I don't know how to describe that. They're like the other man or the other woman. Then they take back control, and then they get free from the devil. There wasn't reciprocity, they realised. Yeah, the challenge is like, I want emotional security and I don't want things to be difficult all the time. I don't want to be a third party because I've got no security, I've got no predictability, I've got no sense of safety, sense of like value. I'm not in control. I'm never in control, you know? So it's like, I need to be the Emperor. Maybe none of that's you, you know, maybe you're the page that... Let's have a look at yours again. You're coming out from the cold, you're very... The cold, you're very determined, Sagittarius. There's just a sense all around, isn't there, like on both sides of like, I need security, I need predictability, I need to be in control. Why have they got the Seven of Swords? Roving eyes. Ooh. Keeping possibilities open, obvious flirt, disrespectful. Yeah, I think this person was very naive. They were very foolish. They got taken for a ride. Now they're coming into their power. And they're not, you know, they're breaking free from the devil. They're not putting up with someone that is just constantly cheating on them. They're not doing it. Doesn't matter how good looking this person is. Hi, love bug. It doesn't matter how good looking the person is. If they're going to cheat, then they're going to cheat. And it's not going to make you feel good. All that's going to reflect back to you is like, I'm not worth anything. I'm not worth anything. And no one needs that reflecting back to them constantly. Like, no. This person that you've seen around, Sagittarius, they're very high value. They're an emperor and they're not being treated as one. It's caused a lot of financial insecurity and instability. You know, they were foolish and they've taken back control because they need to. An empire can fall, you know, if you're not keeping an eye on it, can fall overnight. What sign are you? You saw a spirit that looked like a boy. I don't know. You were Cancer. Oh, right. So I've already done Cancer. So I did a live where I did Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and I finished it, and then I did a second live where it was Cancer, Leo, Virgo. So you need to come out of this live if you want to watch Cancer. You need to go to the last video that I did. Because in this one I've done Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. I keep taking breaks because it's like going over dinner and like, I don't know why, but it's super long readings today. I'm getting worse, guys. It's getting worse. You sound like a right one, you. I've lost my train of thought now because you got me thinking about some boy with red eyes. We're clarifying. Why have we got the Seven of Swords? Why have someone been cheated on? And there's not been equal give and take. They got free from the devil. Veiled paths face the mystery of uncharted passages with the courage to explore unknowns. Well, that's what they're doing, isn't it? They're getting into their own power, being assertive, take back control, save the empire. Let's get this one. What lies beneath? What's that? Running away. Someone's a runner, they got raving eyes, they're just, bully bullshitter, constantly getting off with other people. Disgusting. Oh, I've done Scorpio. You just need to rewind a little bit, Musa. Just rewind a little bit. I've just finished Scorpio. I'm on Sagittarius now. I'm sorry there's a lot of coughing over the Scorpio reading, but I'm not very well at the moment. Long story short. Don't let fear be your driver. Losing you taught me love isn't about possession. I mean, the devil's possessive. Yeah, you know what that does to people when you're like, oh my God, like they can't trust the person, they can't relax because they're in survival mode, because they're looking at, other people around me. They're giving people the eye, they're like hooking up, I gotta check their phone. If you're having to run around doing all that, it's a cheater, and they're not loyal to you, they're disloyal, so you gotta let them go. Let them go. Let's get one more clarifier. See, yeah, this person was stuck in a situation where they wanted reciprocity and they were just could not. They got pure trust issues because the person literally just for the streets. They're absolutely for the streets. They're just disloyal. Constantly got their pants down. It's just a vicious cycle, okay? Just the same shit, a different day, different hour. See, this person breaking out of a karmic cycle, okay? They're finally getting free from the devil. They're like, no more. Not for me. Not this merry-go-round, okay? Let's get Oh, I'll tell you what I want to do first. This one. Advice for Sagittarius then, please. Advice for Sagittarius. Whoops. Explore. Maps show what has already been discovered. Go another way. So you're being urged to, whatever, you know, where you've been going, try something different, try someone new. Okay? Don't go back to the past. Self-care. Drowning doesn't always require water. Okay, so whatever you were doing, it's better to just redirect yourself now. Okay, choose a different path, choose new. Sagittarius, that's your advice. Let's get a self-care. Whoops. Invitation. The words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. Adventure, fun, joy, hope, beauty, kindness, love, calm. Okay, I get it now. Be careful what you invite into your life, Sagittarius. Like, don't try to fix people. Don't think like, you know what, I can create stability for this chaotic person. I can heal this person. No, people heal themselves. And then they come to you when they're like, not a work in progress, but they're done. You know, like, we don't want a work in progress because they'll drive you crazy. They'll suck you into their crazy and you end up with this shit. Okay? Could be advice for the cross-watcher as well. What will be the nature of this connection when this new person comes in for Sagittarius? Because they're not the toxic one, they're breaking free. Okay, they were codependent and they're like breaking those chains off that the devil had them in. They're not sitting around while people cheat on them. Absolutely not. Unconditional love. Sagittarius, this is what you're going to get, and this is what this person's going to get as a reward for breaking free from a codependent situation. The love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. That's what you've got coming in. It's really, I'm tell you what, like, the readings are really nice. I just feel bad for Gemini because they got like, they just keep getting like stuff where this person's not ready, but they did get told, I think they got told like February or March for like new love. So it's coming in, but they've got a bit of a wait because it's going to be someone that's already experienced, you know, that needs to heal from something in the past. Oh, let's get a timing for you. When's this new person, the one that's broken free from the cheater, when's this person coming in for Sagittarius, please? What's this? Okay, we're not allowed to know. It'll just happen when it's the right time, okay? Like, they're obviously healing from a karmic situation. So we just got to wait and let it unfold, okay? But take care of yourself and definitely don't go back to the past, okay? It's very clear. Dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. I love that. Look how well that goes with this one. That's what you're welcoming in. That's what this person's welcoming in. Because they're not going back to the past. You're not going back to the past. They're not going back to the past, okay? They don't want to be cheated on. You don't want to be cheated on. Whatever it is you're leaving behind, it's the right thing to do, okay? So invite beauty and joy into your life. This one. And then we'll get some positive affirmations and you are done. Answering the call, the time is now. Oh my God. It's a wake-up call. Bring, bring. This is your wake-up call. I love that. Okay, let's tidy away these cards. And just because Wanda's here, I'm going to do Capricorn now. I was going to have another break, but I know she's been waiting patiently. I'm just, like, I'm so annoyed with my voice, like, breaking constantly. I might do, I know this will make people annoyed, but I might do the other two signs tomorrow, you know, Aquarius and Pisces. I don't think I can get through. Quite tired today. I think it's because I was gaming until like the early hours, but I couldn't leave because these guys were being really nice, like getting me cars on GTA that, you know, like modders had like created them, like they don't exist in the game. And they were being dead nice, but like I thought it's going to take like half an hour for them to do this glitch, and it ended up being like a couple of hours, and then I couldn't just be like, and bye, thanks for doing that. I thought I've got to like hang out with them for a bit now. But yeah, I was just like, oh my God. Whoops. Okay, let's see Capricorn. Yeah, let's shuffle. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Capricorn's highest good. How is Capricorn feeling in this first week of September 2025 with regards to when they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for Capricorn, first of all, please. I'm just getting any liquids that I can see around me. Hello, Ace of Cups. So either you're in love, Capricorn, or this is self-love, self-care. I'll only know when I get a couple more cards out. But we like it either way. Three of Cups, situation exposed, arguments, judgment, okay? A lack of action when we're being called to act. I don't know if you caught someone cheating or you were cheating and it got found out, or there's been division, arguments, everyone walking in different directions, okay? If you haven't left a situation where there's cheating, do it now, because it's going to get exposed, or it's been exposed and then you're staying in it and you shouldn't, or it's been exposed and you left it and you're trying to think of yourself. Like, I hope it's the last one, because something's caused a lot of upset, or it's going to. Don't forget, this is for the week ahead. Look, Queen of Swords is a divorce card. Four of Cups, Two of Pentacles reverse, lack of reciprocity, duality, equal give and take, closed off to love, divorce card with the Queen of Swords. She's not messing around. She's like, I'm just going to tell you straight that it's done. She is that sword to cut cords, like intelligent, straightforward, truthful, honest. It's the combination, you know, like in the spread, like it's very clear what's going on. So something's been exposed to too many people in this situation. It's either being exposed or it's going to be. Okay, so the person that's showing up in your reading has got the World, the Empress, and the Star. They're showing up as the Empress upright and healing or wish fulfillment. The World is better days are coming, so it could be a healing card. This person has all four queens. So they're the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. Okay, they're solid, they're a provider, they're generous, calm, compassionate, patient. Ambitious, you know, attractive, confident, truthful, honest. Was the Star, if it was just a Star, I'd say, okay, it could be wish fulfillment, but with the World card, it's like there's been a tough period, and with the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realizes that better days are coming. Okay, so I think this is healing with it being like that. The Empress could be married, she could be taken, she could be someone who's very established, have her own company, be high up in an organisation or at the top of an organisation. They could be a homeowner, they could have kids, they could be retired. You know, the Empress is like what we try to achieve, like, you know, by our later years. Like, it's someone very experienced, very accomplished, very high value. So it looks like you're calling for a divorce, Capricorn, and then there's someone coming in that is healing, and they're very high value. They're showing up as the Empress, so like they would attract, they would not chase. So maybe you're gonna bump into this new person, or maybe you're gonna be guided towards them somehow, but you're gonna like, you're gonna be like, whoa, who is this? And you could be a male or a female if you're an Empress. It doesn't mean that's going to be a woman. It's just that this person's in their feminine energy, so they're not going to be chasing anyone. Empresses don't need to chase. Like, they don't need to do that. And it doesn't mean they've always had money or they've always had it easy, but they're able to recreate from zero as many times as they need to. They're the phoenix that rises from the ashes, you know. Could have had a very tough life, but they're very abundant. They're naturally like able to regenerate themselves. Does that make sense? And not because it's easy to do that, it's hard to do that, but they just have everything within them to do it, okay? They'll always land back on their feet eventually. They could be a Libra, they could be a Taurus, they could be an Aquarius. Yeah, something wasn't enough in the past, like 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. Like, we're trying to heal, we're trying to move on, leave that chapter behind us, because it wasn't good for us. We didn't achieve enough. We've got issues from it, emotional baggage. This is like when we refuse to see the pink elephant in the room, like, I don't want to deal with it. Closed body language, blindfolding ourselves, crossing our arms, like, no, we're putting ourselves in the dark over something. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Four of Swords reversed is restlessness. Yeah, like, I should be taking respite, but I don't want to. I don't want to rest. I don't want to stop. I need to do this now. Like, restlessness. I can't relax. Oh my God, what's this? Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. There's going to be this... Someone's going to approach, and I feel like it's you. Because they're the Empress, so they wouldn't really... I don't think they would be the one offering. And they look like they're really closed off at the moment, like they just don't want to deal with shit. But you are either in love or exercising self-care, then a third-party thing is exposed, then you're asking for divorce. It's so strange. It's like a restlessness in the outcome, but I don't feel like either of you are quite available. But somehow someone is offering investment, and it results in the 10 of Cups. They want a happy family life, and they want to contribute time, money and energy to make it happen, and it's upright, which means, like, in the outcome, this is what result is. It's brilliant. It's a beautiful result. Happiness all around. Let's get one more. I didn't quite understand this, guys. Like, okay. Where can I put my cards down there? Yeah, so I think this is you as the 9 of Pentacles, because they're showing up as the Empress, so it's not them. Plus, you've got a divorce card, right? And then after that, we've got the Moon, which is like that Pisces energy, major arcana for Pisces. The Fool realizes that he must walk forwards anyway, even though he's scared. Well, it's single and abundant energy. And then we've got the Temperance, which is managing emotions effectively, regaining calm, regaining balance, so that we may pursue our goals, like, from a healthy place. So someone's going to offer to invest, and I think it's you. It's a nice outcome. I mean, it looks like all goes well, I wonder if they've already got children, and so you're going to invest in, like, this Empress's family. Because Ten of Cups is like a family vibe. Because otherwise I'd say, oh, it's going to be like the Four of Wands, you know, like a married couple. Or like two people that move into a home. Or I'd say it's going to be Six of Pentacles, like equal give and take. But this looks like there's already an established family. Where an Empress is very much like already set. A Queen of Swords can be someone that's already set. Like, but it's like you know, you're removing investment from something, getting separate, and then you're like reinvesting it somewhere else where there's kids involved, where there's more people to consider other than just you and this person. Because it's not like the Lovers or like, you know what I mean, you offering a pentacle. What I'd normally see is like the Knight of Pentacles with like a Queen of Pentacles, or the Knight of Pentacles with like someone who's like a court card, do you know what I mean? Or like the Knight of Pentacles with the Empress. But this is a group of people that live in a household. It's a family. You're offering to invest in an established family situation. And you're able to do it. You've got plenty of money. It's nice. I like it. When's this going to happen? I think because you're showing up as a knight in the outcome, you might already know this person. You might be aware of them. You might be freeing yourself up from something to pursue something else, and you already know the person in August. So that's either like immediate or next year. This time next year. Sorry, that's a bit like of a wide, but you'll know. I don't think you would go straight from divorce to like investing in someone else. I mean, maybe people do, but it would be quite strange, wouldn't it? Like maybe in a year or something. Because they seem like they're unpacking a lot of stuff as well. Let's clarify, and it might make more sense. Why has the Empress got the Star card, which can represent healing, with, what was the one? Oh yeah, the World card, which is like better days are coming because they've had a tough cycle. Conquest, just another notch in the headboard, or the real deal. Actions speak the loudest. So they got treated not like an Empress, okay? They were like insulted. They were like not treated like the high value person that they are. You know, like maybe someone was just very sexual with them, maybe off and on, unpredictable. Let's keep going. You can't not be treating an Empress like that. It's out of order. It's a proper out of order. It's a very high value person. Enduring quest. Through struggle, build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. Hard climb, many issues to deal with, or difficult conversations. Ooh. Yeah, because they haven't quite moved on from this, but you would have pure issues when you're treated as low value and you're a high value person. That's proper sick, that. That's proper disgusting, whoever's done that. What a low life. Little do they know, you're going to come along with your pentacle and invest in them, and it's going to create like such a family, like happy environment. Envy, okay? So there's a lot of people that envy this Empress, and the person that screwed them over could have envied them because they're like, oh, you always land on your feet, or like, you've got it good, or like, you're always happy. And it doesn't mean that that's the case, but people project shit onto people that they perceive as high value. You know, well, you think you're like this, I'm going to treat you like that, and then you're not like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna like treat you like an option because you already think you're better than me. It's something like that. It's like very immature, like petty, you know, player, fuck boy, fuck girl, whatever it is. Treated this Empress like that. And this Empress is like high value, okay? But they're gonna attract in you in August. And I think it's gonna be next August, I'm gonna be honest, because this looks like divorce or separation or something getting exposed that, you know, was third party, whether you discovered you were being cheated on or you ended it or someone ended it with you. It's ending. I think you're ending it for whatever reason. That could be self-care or being in love, but then it's like divorce card, closed off to love, not investing. Sorry, that's Two of Pentacles, so it's like wanting reciprocity, wanting duality, equal give and take. And then it's like, right, I'm ready to like get serious now. And that's what someone like this needs, you know? If someone's a widower and they've got kids, or like someone, you know, it's a single parent, they haven't got time to fuck around. You know, they're too busy. Their emotions need to be intact so they can be there for their kids. So they can like focus on work to like provide for the kids. They need to be in the room emotionally. They can't be wailing and, you know, singing to like Taylor Swift or like whatever in their room. And, you know, they haven't got time to be like crying into their wine glass. They got to be like on the ball and like present because it's their kid's childhood. So I just feel like this is someone who already has kids and you're just going to be like this really nice, mature energy that comes in and is like, you know, not going anywhere, not bringing drama, not treating them like an option. It's nice. Let's get an unspoken truth. Why do I feel like I already did this one? But I didn't. Your smile once lit up my entire world. I mean, look, the Empress is attracted to things of beauty. She's, you know, the goddess of love and ruled by Venus. So, yeah, the Empress is vulnerable to people that are wolves in sheep's clothing. You know, those types that are like very good looking and charming and they know exactly what to say, but they treat the Empress like an option. It's no good. That is no good. Let's get advice for... Oh, hang on. Let's do these. Ow. I've pulled my shoulder, but I didn't get how because I've barely done anything. Must have done something. Moving. Change of residence. Moving in with your partner. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, matron. Someone's moving. I wonder if they're going to throw, you know, like when someone's got kids in a house and like some homosexual moves in and they're like really good in bed and they're good looking and they're like all charming. And then once they got their feet under the table, they're just a proper dickhead. I feel like it's that. I feel like it's that situation. So they might chuck that person out and move you in. But I'm not saying like they're being foolish because they would be right to let you invest. Do you know what I mean? Like you're abundant, you are like a court card, you are like Nine of Pentacles, like now that you're divorced, you know, like it's legit, you can pay your own way, you're looking to solidly invest. So they wouldn't be foolish to do that. Blended families work very, very nicely actually. You could create a lot of abundance and stability and security, and you know, people adopt kids eventually, you know, like if they show great parenting skills and a lot of loyalty and they're a great provider, like why not? Oh, it's super nice. I like that. I'm glad we did that one. Or the Empress might move out. So you might move out into your own place, you know. But there's definitely kids involved. Because that's so strange to have, like, the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. That I've never had that before. There's definitely kids involved here. So we've got in August. Let's get this one. Oops. Where have you gone? Rescue. Help others in need. Oh, thank you. It's really kind, Gillian. Oh, thank you. Do you know what? I'm just struggling, but hopefully if I do Aquarius and Pisces tomorrow, I should give my voice a rest, I think. Rescue. Help others in need or ask for assistance when you need it. I don't know why, but I feel like very emotional at that. It's a bit of a like, I don't think you're getting rescued, Capricorn. You might be rescuing yourself, but and I know this person doesn't need rescuing, but you're definitely not there to pull their life down or bring drama to it. You're gonna make the home life, the family life more secure. You're gonna make it more secure. It's just a beautiful that's the outcome, look. It couldn't be any nicer. That's really nice. Okay, let's get some more advice. Begin now. Take your first step. Oh, rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. I can't deal with it. It's too nice. We've got a rainbow on. Is that a rainbow on this one as well? It's going to cause a lot of balance and a lot of equilibrium. I think you're both like rescuing yourselves by taking action on your individual situations, and you're going to come together, and it's just going to create like so much balance and harmony for this, like, these kids and this family environment. Like, sometimes you just get a really good dynamic, and it doesn't have to be the person that biologically, you know, fathered the children or gave birth to the children. Sometimes I know people who are step parents, okay, and they've like proven themselves for a few years, then they've adopted the children, and they just like the nicest family ever. And I know a few people that have done that successfully, and it's just gorgeous. It's just lovely. Why not? Why not? Earth and universal love. I love that. Quite hippie-ish, that. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. That's very nice. Universal Love 44. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. What is going on here? It's like you're making magic. You're like making miraculous things happen in August next year. Like rainbow blessings, universal love. 10 of Cups. I'm proper happy with this as an outcome. I'm going to get you a self-care card, and then I'll get you some positive affirmations, and then I'm getting out of here. Surprise, look at this. Release your expectations and be open to surprise. Oh, I love that card. I love it. I hope you're ready for a family, Capricorn. I think you are. I think it's Claire. It could be Gillian's lovely message of thanks. But I feel like very, you know, like Claire's sentence where you want to burst into tears. I feel like that at this reading for Capricorn. I don't think it's my emotions, because it's like overwhelming. It's too much. Happy tears, but like, you know, like when you're just like, it's like way too much. I have the power to control my actions and emotions. Okay, that's your positive affirmation. I think it's for the cross-watcher as well. I have the power to control my actions and my emotions. I am worthy of love and affection. I am grateful for my unique talents and abilities. I am capable of creating a life filled with purpose and meaning. I am confident in my decisions and choices. I am surrounded by love and positivity. I am proud of myself and my accomplishments. It's just, I don't really know how to explain. It's like the dynamic's going to be so right. It's going to be so harmonious and so like abundant, and I don't really want to use abundant, but like, because we use that word all the time, but you know, when something's boundless, like limitless, like really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you liked this reading. Please take care. Don't forget to give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype me up. Yeah. So, thank you, Gillian. Support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. I promise to do Aquarius and Pisces tomorrow.